Hi, ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Marcus here again, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people. You know, I'm constantly trying to find and reach out through what I am engaging myself in daily in society, through hands-on and other observation. And the reason is to see if the Spirit has anything that I can cipher from there to share with you that will be instrumental in helping us to free ourselves from this bondage that we're all locked up in. And sometimes I think of it, and it seems to me as if human beings aren't really aware of why they are on this earth. Well, that doesn't mean that because there's so many reasons, but there's something that's more specific, especially when, as a spokesman for basic human rights for all people, it's talking about something on a spiritual level to some degree. And when you're going to think about this, if I'm going to share with you about why you're on earth, then I start thinking about the introduction, your introduction, our introduction to this earth. And we say that as human beings. I'm talking about human beings coming to an earth that is already there prepared for you, an earth that is free to you. It doesn't cost you anything. And then I'm thinking about what is required to be done as you are here. And this earth fulfills that need by producing and maintaining all of the resources that are absolutely needed in the beginning, in the middle, and in the end, as far as we know. And it too is free. And then you think about when, as a child, a baby, you come into this earth, you're coming and you're cared for by your parents. I mean, for a long period of time until you're able to take care of yourself. That's supposedly the way it moves. So it has a message from your indoctrination to the earth to the time that you're on your own. And that is what? Being taken care of. People are taking care of one another. Letting you know that even now, especially now, you have matured to the point where you can engage yourselves in the protection of this society, that you can participate in this life by engaging yourselves. Well, you know, when I say engaging yourselves, I'm talking about the things that we say are important, the things that you were blessed with. And especially now, since we have such a hard time, such a struggle in dealing with it. And I'd ask anybody in the world, how many of you would resist housing if you had the opportunity to have it? I think that every last one of you would accept housing. You would accept that shelter, no doubt about it. Why? Because it protects you from the elements. And sometimes they can be devastating. When we talk about health care, who would reject health care, especially at a time when they're sick? Or if they even know the sickness is about and the possibility comes that they might have to go through it, we would want health care. That's mean every last one of you. So if every last one of you would be wanting health care available for you, then why don't you protect it? Well, I know that there are reasons because, well, we'll get to that in a moment. But at the same time, it says that we the people, we're designed in such a way that the basic needs of human rights are one and all amongst us. Food, clothing, shelter, education, healthcare, transportation, and really when you get down to it, anything that's made by the hands of man that could be used to satisfy your needs, your wants, and your desires. That would allow you to live in peace and be prosperous and free and joyous and happy. Now this stuff you got to learn, ladies and gentlemen, but most folks haven't learned that. But now you're living in peace and and you're prosperous and free. You have your needs met, your desires, and you're satisfied. And what happens now? You live your dreams. You live your dreams. Now, this is a message that you would get following the dictates of the Creator. But here, what we have, I think I made some notes. Let me see if I can. Because it was really funny. Well, it wasn't funny, but it was interesting, should I say. Another way that I can maybe share this with you is that you have a society, a system, a earth with people on it. And everybody, I heard some guy on a tube talking about everybody got their idea about this. Nobody cares about it. Doesn't make any difference. Or when you compare that one to all of the others, it's just one amongst many. And you sit there and you're listening to that. And this is absolutely true. But when you come down to certain things that are essential amongst all of you, then some of your ideas kind of correlate. Some of them kind of go together. And you're drawn together. And then you can manipulate, perhaps strategize, depending upon what your motivation is. But what you're going to have, and to bring it to the highest degree, let's say on one end, you just say everybody split up. One side, the other side. One side, the other side. Now, on this side, they say that they are right. They got it together. On this side, they say they got it right. They're all together. But the result of the whole is turmoil. It's like hell. So your rightness is not right enough to fix this. So what is happening? This is it seems to be saying to us, is that every now and then the Spirit, the Creator, sends someone down, like for instance Jesus or King or somebody, whoever is spreading the truth. Could be many people. Could be a young person or old person, baby. Spread the truth. And those who have the pure heart who are searching for the truth on either side will be drawn to the truth. The idea is learning. See, these here on both sides that we just mentioned have learned what is normal. But they don't know the truth. It is the truth, it is denial of the truth that keeps them divided. But those who are searching for the truth, with mean a pure heart, when they hear the truth, they will be drawn to the truth. The hope is that all of the people will be drawn to the truth, and by being drawn to the truth, you can create your heaven right here. But that's not likely anytime soon based upon what's happening right now, and apparently what has been happening. So what usually happens is that these who are drawn to truth, things as they were, doesn't say that they aren't important, but they're not the most important. These are important, but important under a different kind of system. Important under a different kind of system. Which means those who are led by the Spirit of God, their whole idea is to expose what's bad, reveal what's good, and the system which would allow it. And the system that allow people to enjoy the things of this life is that everybody got a career. Everybody got a job. One that they love. And because they love it, they get something, a gift from God that allows it to be a joyous experience. And the reason that we never run out of that stuff is because the resources are always available. The needs and wants and the desires are there constant. And because people have learned the secrets of life, they're able to produce anything that the people may need or want or desire. This is heavenly. But now, these people can't see that. So when somebody comes down the middle of the street spreading the truth, you got one or two people that hears it. They will stand up, especially if they're real. They can't do anything else but stand up. And they are killed. But there's nothing wrong with that. That's what's supposed to happen to you. You are out of place. You are out of place. And the devil, let's put it like that. Now both sides, doesn't make what side of the fence you're on. They don't want you here. They want to maintain what's going on. And the only way to shut you up is to kill you. That is designed to get you out of this hell and free you. I know a lot of folks be talking about, look, how many people talk about getting saved? How many people have you heard talk about getting saved? And all of a sudden, by being saved, they want to prosper. They want problems to be gone. I mean, that's all that they're looking for. And within the system, they might look for a better job that pays more money. Our system, the system. See, they don't know the truth. They're just trying to get some more money. They're just trying to do what's normal with the system. They have no idea about what's going on with God. They have no idea what's happening spiritually. So they commit themselves to this. So when you talk about doing right, like the guys that Donald Trump got, licking his boot, people say, these guys lie, do anything to please them. Why? Because they're caught up under that. It's like glue or tape or something. They just got them hooked and they can't turn it loose. They can, but they can't because they're denied the truth. And the truth it is that sets you free. So ladies and gentlemen, and another thing I want to say with you. You've heard about the slave patrols back in the day. They never stopped. And I want you to know right now, ISIS is nothing but the slave patrol. Donald Trump represents all of the ugliness. Now, Now, when I say he represents all of the ugliness, that means he represents the ugliness of the church. That means he represents the ugliness of white people. He represents the ugliness of anybody that got power and want more power. And the fact that he has ISIS out there, that is to destroy anything that holds up his power. That's all it is. And the American people, every last one of us, unless, I must say that I see people a lot talking about it now on social media, and they are right on the spot. And they're spreading the word. And the word, that's part of like education, so it's got to be done. But it's time that stuff stick and we start changing. We have to, and this is what it's about, ladies and gentlemen. We have a system that denies God. God's system says that everybody on earth have basic rights, human rights. They have the right to live in peace, be prosperous, free, joyous, happy, fulfilled, and satisfied, and to live their dreams. Needs, wants, and desires being met, suffering for nothing. Because they participate in making enough in abundance that nobody have to would be left out anything. Now, when you got people missing stuff, can't get this, that's because you got a thief among you. And the reason that thief is among you because you are too blind to see it, or too afraid to do something about it, which means you are under the control of the devil. And everything that's happening to you is because the role that you play in it. The role that you play in, not just them, but the role that you play. I think I'll leave it there, ladies and gentlemen. I think that was pretty good. Until next time, Eddie Marcus say goodbye for now.